afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for September 30th, 2021, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Remind everybody we have a reverse aging health call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We get more knowledgeable and more knowledgeable about our bodies so that we can stay in the body. Whoever you decided you are is still the tiniest fraction of who you really are. You are not defined by the ideas you have about yourself, nor your desires, nor the shape of your body, and not the positive or negative attitude of your mind. You are beyond all of this. You are indefinable. You are greater than your mind can fathom. You are a spiritual energy which is unbounded and infinite. This is the true you that will never cease, never end. For 5 minutes, sometime today, sit with the question, who am I? And explore it with your heart, not your mind, not with your head. Be aware of the mind whenever it creates another idea of who you will be or who you were, and instead dive into the very essence of your being and explore what is here, now, at the very core of you in the moment. All the greatest treasures are hidden behind that which we wouldn't want to be with. Pamela Wilson. This simple exercise is extremely profound. It is done continuously and persistently, and it'll bring more peace and joy into your life with each grand and glorious day. And here's how you do it. Find a quiet, solitary place where you can be undisturbed by anyone. And turn your phone off. And gently place your attention on your heart. Rest your mind's awareness there for 60 seconds. And visualize it as a warm, glowing source of infinite light like the sun. Feel and sense the warmth from this light that is radiating from inside you. Take your time with this, as the mind will most likely get distracted many times. Let yourself relax into this experience as deeply as you can to connect with this warm, infinite healing light. Whatever warm feelings arise from this image will become the foundation for the future energy of your heart. If you feel some pain or hardness around the heart, keep focusing on the warm, loving light. It may take 10, 20 minutes before you feel a shift. The warm, fuzzy feelings will take time to grow stronger, so be persistent. And remember, whatever we focus on will grow, and this is what we become. Please know that you can also practice this heartwarming visualization anytime, any place, anywhere, meaning while you're eating, showering, hopefully not watching TV, reading emails, walking, talking on the phone, or working. Each second counts because the seconds will add up into minutes and soon become hours in time. Once your heart is fully open to this ever-present moment, you reach a bliss-filled state where the mind and body begin to radiate a great light and love. Adventure is not outside man, it is within. George Eliot. Start your day with this meditation on your heart center. Before you get out of bed, begin breathing deeply and slowly into your heart, feeling the warm golden light from the sun inside you. The more often you can feel it growing in your heart, the more it will continue to stay there through your day on its own accord. And soon, it will have a life of its own. With daily practice, eventually, your entire life will become so absorbed in deep sensations of peace and loving relaxation that nothing will be able to stop its amazing glow. Your heart will become the foundation of each experience of your day, all week, all life long. After a few weeks, you'll be experiencing yourself in your purest essence, which is love. You are only destined for amazing things once you can truly surrender to this great guiding force of love and go beyond the fear-based gripping ego. True surrender is an ongoing process of releasing fear, transcending doubts, and allowing total trust, intuition, and love to always guide your way. If your experience of surrender is 99.99%, then ego is still in charge. If your experience of surrender is 99.99%, then ego is still in charge. It must be 100% in order for surrender to be real. So I'd like to invite you to explore an enlightening little experience today. I want you to feel, imagine, and believe that for the next few weeks, you have magically transformed into a wildflower. You are a newly sprouting perennial blossom surrounded by a large open field in a safe, clean, green environment, living deep in the protective mountains. Every morning, you have fresh water to drink from the spring, full exposure to the glorious sun. You are a gorgeous wildflower with amazing colors. And your main job in this life is to be wild, beautiful, and absolutely free. This level of freedom is powerful, and it means you'll need to deepen your roots, branch upward against gravity, allow yourself to bud, blossom, and spread your petals as wide as you possibly can to receive all the warm sunshine above. Since your main job in this life is simply to blossom, you might as well enjoy the unique blossoming feeling you receive each day. Don't even think about trying to become more like that huge, magnificent pine tree across the field. Just accept your destiny as being this perfect, small, green stem in this huge organic field. Sure, you may notice at night that the universe is enormous and feel how insignificant, small, and fragile you are. Don't get caught in minimizing yourself. Just focus on your mission, to blossom fully, spread your sweet fragrance with a full spectrum of colors out for everyone to enjoy. You can enjoy this life, for you are here to experience it all. Our destinies are to experience everything, the totality of this existence, and learn how to welcome all of life with open petals. Your petals naturally receive any light or darkness that is given. When it's sunny, just allow the warm, nourishing rays to reach deep into your core and enter the stem of your heart, your tender heart. You must choose to trust the light that is coming into you, as well as the cool, wet nutrients soak into your roots. Allow for both light and dark, and they will provide you with the most healing, nourishing, grounded stability. This is why the caribou and the wolf are one. For the caribou feeds the wolf, but it is the wolf that keeps the caribou strong. Barley Mullen. It's good to know your real vitality and strength, all of ours, comes from living as close to your mother, nature, as you possibly can. She will provide all your needs, teach you how to be soft and healthy, yet resilient and strong. Do your best to keep your petals up whenever her dark clouds, persistent winds, or cold hail may beat you down in mid-spring. Just relax and remain deeply rooted in your soil when times are tough. Feel your sweet, deep mother is always there supporting your life. Her dark, rich soil is your home. This is where you came from, and this is where you will return one day again in the future. Yes, you may find during the short course of your life, this life, your great mother may bring harsher environmental elements to challenge you. Know that she is trying to stir up your soil so that your roots reach deeper into her secure earth. She might cause a tornado or a great thunderstorm to pass through, and it could threaten to uproot your entire life. Don't take her high-pressure winds or dark clouds too personally. She is just reminding you, all of us, to remain humble, to know our smallness in this vast universe, so that we can have even more appreciation and perspective on this life. All her soft and hard elements are gifts to balance out our sense of self. This way, we don't get too high on ourselves or too low. When you're in the middle, it's much easier to feel one with your mother and see how her entire universe was never separate from you, yet the most important part of you. Other flowers often say it's good practice to not take this short life too seriously or too personally. Just know that whatever your mother was harsh with you, whenever, she was only fiercely loving you, trying to make you stronger. Just welcome all her challenges and know they are the essential nutrients needed for you to blossom fully and bear new seeds. And it's an amazing skill to learn how to survive under 3 feet of heavy snow. All those heavy times will only make you smile when the light, warm, sunny days happen to arrive. I will tell you this, yet there will come a day that you'll get to experience what it's like for the body, for you to die. It is 100% certain that all will end one perfect day. The end may come suddenly or gradually. You might be chomped by a hungry rabbit, stomped by a passing deer, or gradually wither away if the wet clouds never come and the rivers dry up. Expect the unexpected. Don't get too worried about any details in this short little life. It is only meant to be a temporary and very adventurous life. Your wild, free spirit will live on and on and on forever. So there is no need to be afraid of anything. You can stop trying to close your petals and protect yourself if a bear, bunny, or cloud passes by. Just enjoy living in the wilderness. This one life contains the best of times and the worst of times. So enjoy it all as best you can. You will survive those dark, empty nights. Just trust that the warm sunshine will arrive when dawn breaks. They say by allowing for every succulent, dark, and light experience to be part of you, the richest and sweetest fragrance is cultivated within. If you should ever get depressed about your fate, just remember that Mother Nature is always here loving you. She gave you life through the earth, wind, sun, rain. She is confirming that she still cares deeply for you. Every morning that she shines her loving light on you, she is wanting you to relax into your roots and know that all is well. You are not some unwanted weed. You are a highly loved, deeply cherished, and a totally wildflower. You must realize how extremely special and unique you are. There is no other flowering in the universe exactly like you. Every moment is deeply precious, little wild one. So be thankful for what you have and don't have. If you cling too tightly onto anything, you will not enjoy being here. Simply feel into what is hidden deeper within you, at the very center of your stem, at the source of your life. It holds an experience of irrational joy, unfathomable happiness, deep eternal love, and eternal energy that is independent of any outer cause. This means no change in the weather can affect it. Lastly, please remember that we all are, a very spiritual wildflower. And this great journey into the long winter ahead can inspire us to find our soul's highest mission and path. Try rooting yourself with everything you've got inside yourself, just so you can blossom fully. You will do well. Your spiritual essence is always here, always flowing, and always available for you. You are forever tapped into the eternal spring of life and always in connection with nature. This is the great spiritual mystery, and you will find all your answers simply by being the amazing wildflower that you already are. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do, relax the body. That body, you're not that body. You're not your character, you're not your personality, you're not your name. You are the God source, the God within it, the pure consciousness. So doesn't it make sense that this helps you connect more and more with who and what you really are, the God? And so therefore you can look at the body and understand that the body contains the ego mind, the subconscious mind. The body contains the fears, the anxieties, all the thoughts, all the programmed thoughts. So it's a magnet. It is a super powerful magnet. And it tracks everything. Everything says while you're growing up, while that body is aging. All the thoughts, all of the communications, all of the conversations, you're absorbing. That's why you'll understand that a thought goes out. That comes from you. Thoughts that come in, they're not yours. Only the thoughts that you send out are yours. This is a good way to differentiate between the tens of millions of programmed thoughts running around in front of you. So visualize to eliminate, to release, to surrender your fears, your anxieties, your worries, your hurries, your stresses, your lack of confidence, your doubt, and just let it go. It's no different lying in that hammock between the two shade trees, or you're lounging in front of a fire, and you're not asleep, and you're not awake. You're in between, and you don't move because you don't care to. You're not thinking. You're not worrying. You're not stressing. You are just being, and all that stuff isn't there. Where's the ego mind? It's not there. You've left the ego mind alone and the subconscious mind alone. And you're in complete peace, bliss, joy. And it's all bubbling up from within you. So this is about us mastering the body, identifying the things. And if you have fears or whatever it is you've collected, face them with deep eternal love, humbleness, gratitude. I guarantee you they will be gone. So once that body is relaxed, and in that state of being, then we're in the now. And we're focused on our breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And the breath is the now. That's how you stay in the now, by focusing on your breath. There's an inevitability that we're all carried away and we grab onto different thoughts passing by, like clouds in the sky or the superhighway. And we get carried off all the time. None of us are exempt. But here's where it's important to know that you are kind, gentle, generous, and humble with yourself. And in 24/7 deep eternal gratitude with yourself. So when you do wander off, and you will wander off, you just focus on your breath. And you'll, 3,000% of the time, be in the now. Does it make any sense that you would prefer not to be in the now, where you're constantly worrying, stressing, and fearing in some way, shape, or form? Doesn't, does it? Or does it make sense to go into a past that is gone, live there so long that you end up taking that past into a future that doesn't exist, creating that future from that past, and reliving that past in that future? Doesn't make sense, does it? But some people do it. And they say to themselves, no matter what we do, we always end up here. No difference than when we wander off into a future that doesn't exist, because we create the future in the now. Everything happens in the now. Everything is created in the now. There's some of us, we'll wander around and ask ourselves, and when is this going to happen? When am I going to have this? When am I going to meet the right person? When am I going to have peace? When am I going to be healthy? When am I going to have enough money? And then see, in those areas we suffer. In the now, you don't suffer. You look at 3 golden paths, one on the left, one in the center, one on the right. You're facing them. One on the left is the past, one on the right is the future. And the one in the center is the now. It's the center path, the middle path. That's the path. Doesn't it make sense to stay at peace, relaxed, free of worries, stresses, and fears? Because you learn that you are not the body. The body's like a suit. You wear it until it doesn't fit anymore. Then you get a new suit. You keep it clean. You pay attention to it. Repair it when needed. But then there comes a point where you say, I no longer need to wear this suit. And then maybe you'll get a new one. So whenever we have these thoughts that we wander away, focus on the breath, the divine positive energy, the soul comes in. You come into that body. You power that body. Everything functions. Lungs, breath, and the breath sustains the body to house the kingdom of God, the God source, you. And we look at the body, at the inside of the body, and we see chakras, which means wheel. And the wheel, these are wheels of light. They're etheric spiritual energy. And they run from our tailbone to the top of the head. All different colors, all vibrant. And we are etheric spiritual energy, God source, pure consciousness. So we flow through the center of the body. We branch out to all directions. In all the directions, these are emotions, these are organs, it's everything throughout that body, even down to the cosmic quantum quark. So doesn't it make sense that the day will come where all of us will have deeply connected to the gods we are, it'd be in the body, and we'll know immediately to heal whatever's happening with the body, instantaneously. It's like your vibrational frequency. When you're happy, your cells are happy. When you talk to your cells and you're in a good mood and you're happy, that's high vibrational frequency. But when you're depressed, worried, stressful, and fearful, what do you think happens? The cells become worried and stressful. They lower their frequency. Not good. Not good at all. And this is when we allow these bodies to be vulnerable. Now, we know that our soul, each of us, enters these bodies, and the soul is the heaven. The body is the earth. So we are literally heaven on earth. And because we are consciously aware, to a certain extent, that we are of the highest, of the deepest, purest eternal love, gratitude and peace. So every step we take on this planet, we're creating paradise. We're shining our light, our God force, love, light, energy, which is our essence, in these bodies, everywhere. So you've got billions of consciously aware gods in the body, shining their light 24/7. The purest of the purest, deepest, highest love, 24/7. So you go out in outer space and look at this planet, and you'll see that it glows. And it is so bright, you'll notice that the surrounding universe pales in comparison to it. And we also know that we have parts of ourselves that are awake. And then we have parts of ourselves that are asleep. Not the body, but the God within. So we gravitate towards the parts of ourselves that are awake. And that's all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And those numbers are in the Googleplexes. One Googleplex fills this entire universe with not even 1 square inch of sacred space to spare. These are trillions of Googleplexes from trillions of universes coming from every direction. And this includes all of the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth. Yeshua, all of the galactics, off-worlders, celestials, all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Now the off-worlders, the galactics, and the celestials, we're only familiar with like just a hair smidgen. Over 1,000 species travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And the ones that we're aware of, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, Zeta Reticuli, Anunnaki, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian. That particular grouping of species and civilizations have been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And all light energy beings on this planet, of which we don't see, because with the eyes we have with these bodies, we only see 1% of what is. But they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations. We don't see them, but we are familiar with a few. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many, many more. Now, the archangels, they're a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But they're always around. We interact with them more than we're aware. And then sometimes after we've interacted with them, we identify the fact through our heart minds that was an angel. And sometimes we'll look around for them, they're gone. And they always have the same message, it's just delivered in many different ways. Isn't it absolutely magniglorious to be alive in these bodies? And that's bliss. Now, they can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands because of their vibrational frequency. They can hold a large number in a small area. And if you want them to, ask, and they will. And that is bliss. Ascended masters, they have mastered physical. Ascending into physical form, mastering the physical form, ascending out of physical form, holding pure consciousness, God form. We have ascended into physical form, are mastering physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creations. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we are gathered in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from all of us, the gods that we are within these bodies. God force, love, light, energy. And it is flooding this planet. In it, on it, above it, and below it, all life, the highest supreme value in the universes. We begin to ascend above the planet, immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere, and it's flashing around in the trillions of multicolors. It looks like a laser light show. It's like a ballroom mirrored ball that reflects the light, but it's 1 trillion times more intense, massive in size. And it's reflecting everywhere, nonstop. So we meet the reflective point, which is a perfectly etched mirror, microscopic, and we go into it, and we discover that all of us gathered in this meditation from all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, are teaching and learning and teaching from each other. And it's not always each of us, it's other parts of us, the trees, the soils, the grass, the animals. Do you think a dragonfly flies in front of you for no reason whatsoever? Do you think a rabbit crosses your path for no reason whatsoever? There's always a message. There's always a communication. You don't have to analyze it. You just be, and you'll know. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we created of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We're then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we created that reminds each and every single one of us that we are imbued from head to toe, inside and out, with a white fire armor. Way beyond any armor that you would think on this planet. We are protected 24/7. Eternally. Always. No demon possessions, no attachments, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. Nothing can harm us. Doesn't wane, doesn't lose energy, doesn't weaken. In fact, it keeps intensifying and expanding. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, anger, greed, envy, hurriedness, worry, fear, revenge, manipulation, deception, then you will create a breach in your white fire armor. Enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Then the possibility of demon possession, attachments, and a plethora of other avenues. If you do decide to do this, you are immediately met with a double column of light. The first one is the purple transmuting flame. We created this to remind ourselves that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutralized substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they're no more. We are then met with the violet ray immediately following the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that we created to remind ourselves, each and every one of us, that we can bring in the violet ray. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies once were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest high, deepest of the deepest, and purest of the purest. Eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that the gods within these bodies are the sun, the sunlight, the sun sets and the sun rises, the rain and the rainbows, the clouds in the sky, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, all animals, the mountains, the ocean fronts, starlit night skies. It is us. So the next time you view a sunset or a sunrise, or a rainbow, or a starlit night sky, if you're sitting there saying how beautiful it is, you've missed the understanding. Because it is you, the God that you are, the source, of all love is you. You're the divineness. You're the beauty. You're the majesty. You're the perfection. We continue to ascend above the planet. And as we do, some of us step outside our physical form and float effortlessly above it. If we're carrying physical form. Why do we do this? Well, because we can. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. It's immeasurable. We created it. And in the center of the column, we see this massive oblong sphere with this humongous golden white ball of light, which is surrounded by numerous rings of multicolored light. And they're all sending these waves of endless, shimmering, warm energy. And it's like having a warm embrace that never ends. And the golden white bowl of light is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest. Eternal love, gratitude, and peace. And then we have well-being. And we have gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss and joy, tranquility, benevolence, great wealth, great prosperity, great abundance. It's unending. And we discover that it is the gods that we are. It is a mere reflection of the gods in these bodies. At the top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 24/7 as it's doing now. And this is pure, deep, eternal love, flooding everything. All life, highest supreme value in the universe. And we are drops of this golden ocean. And we hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is the drops, drops are the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation.
It's 2 o'clock.
We continue to ascend above the planet. And we come into full view of our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We created this sphere well over 3.5 years ago. It holds over 1,600 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Hundreds of billions gathered. Parts of us asleep, other parts awake. Full intention of deep eternal love. Liberation of this planet. Complete liberation. Increasing the vibrational frequencies of the entire civilization, affecting millions, each of us. These meditations do not fade, weaken, disappear. It's the opposite. They strengthen. They become more intense. They expand. This is very powerful. It's omnipotently powerful. And it's just flooding. It's flooding this planet and all on it. The more creative you become, the more godly you become. when your creativity comes to a climax, when each moment of your life is filled with creativity, you live in God. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. easy breath